For our malpractice insurance, the number one thing for us was cost, and at the same time having a company that we could depend on when we really needed that company to pull through for us. So you can always get the cheapest rate, but it doesn't always equate to the best quality. So we really wanted to make sure that if we were going to get involved with a good malpractice company, that they would service us in the best way possible. So there's no way for us to actually know that without talking to somebody who knows all the insurance companies. And I think Shane was instrumental in telling us and giving his opinion, a respected opinion, about whether that company could service us properly. So that's very important. So since we don't know that game, so to speak, or that the people who are out there, the companies that are out there, we depend on you. So you did a great job for us. Very appreciative, because not only did we get a cost savings, but I felt very confident in the company that we chose.
Pretty quick, within minutes practically. And I try to answer her as fast as she answers me, because I know everybody's busy, so I appreciate them getting back to me so quickly.
I can tell you, when you're talking about saving money for our business, and the thing of it is that with our business, we have multiple businesses. The plastic surgery business, we have a consulting business, we have a skincare business, and also a surgical center. Shane's group actually provides insurance across the board for us, not only with malpractice. The big one recently with the Affordable Care Act has been the health insurance situation, which I can tell you was very, very stressful. Everyone that I spoke to, and with me especially being a plastic surgeon in the medical field, I thought, well, this isn't a problem because we deal with insurance companies every day. We should be able to handle this. But our knowledge of the Affordable Care Act was limited. Even with the research that we did, we really weren't able to understand it well. And Shane and his staff with Tabitha actually came over, explained it to us, took us through the entire process, and the biggest thing, they actually gave us options so we would know what was the best way to go about it. We thought, based off of President Obama's comments, that we would have been able just to keep our current plans, which we later found out wasn't true. Shane eased the pain. Basically, in my mind, not only functioned as our insurance broker, but basically our psychologist, because we were all going crazy about how are we going to deal with this, were we going to need to put the staff on the Affordable Care Act. But the thing that was unbelievable about Shane and his entire group was that they actually walked us through, and through Shane's diligence, where he spent time, brought in spreadsheets, looked at the various plans, actually got us a comparable plan to what we had prior to the Affordable Care Act, saved us on deductibles, and overall saved us money. It was absolutely unbelievable, and I will always be indebted to Shane and his staff for all the help he gave us with the insurance, with especially the health insurance situation, because it was incredibly difficult.
I've been with the professional liability insurance group ever since I opened up my practice about 23 years, and over the period of years, I have seen improvement in their communication with us. Usually, anytime we have asked any questions, they have responded really well. The secretary usually gives the messages to Shane, and Shane calls us within 24 hours. I would say within hours, but definitely within 24 hours. So there are no pending questions left. It's really good that anytime you have questions, the answers have come through. He has sometimes come personally and talked with us, which is so helpful. Just get your questions cleared.
The comfort level that you're able to accomplish with PLIG is second to none. They're able to walk you through every part of the process, every step of the process, and hold your hand as much as you need it to be held. Or if you're a type that just says, just show me where I gotta sign, let me sign my name and be done with it, you have that option as well. But there's no question that goes unanswered, and when the questions need answering, they get answered in a very prompt and courteous fashion. Certainly this is a situation that's worked out for all of us very well.
No, you know, and without question, if there's any person I think that you can feel comfortable with in terms of your policies and insurance issues, it's going to be Shane. He's very knowledgeable, he's a sweet guy, he's a knowledgeable guy, so I think you'll have no issues at all with that, and very comfortable.
You know, most people, when it comes to insurance, you know it's there, but you really don't think about it that much. But I can tell you a specific example. Here at our surgical center, we actually had the hot water heater break. We were flooded up to about 1.5 to 2 feet. And again, for us, this was a major crisis. We had surgery to do. We had charts that had gotten wet. We had furniture, medical equipment. It was really a complete disaster, at least in our opinion. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know which way to turn. Again, Shane and his crack staff came in, assisted us, and the biggest thing I can tell you is walked us through the entire process. Now, again, in something that I'm sure to Shane seemed fundamental and rudimentary, for us, where we had absolutely no idea how to go about this, Shane actually acted as our intermediary to speak to the insurance company to help us fill out the claim form. And the insurance company and adjusters were very, very difficult. Shane got in there and was our advocate. He fought for us. He walked us through the entire process. And many times, again, when I didn't think we had a chance of getting paid, Shane was like the cavalry. He came to the rescue. Came in, dealt with the adjusters, dealt with the insurance company people, and basically got those claims paid for us. Did it in a timely fashion, and again, all I can say to Shane is, thank you so much. I am so glad that you're there for us.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, they answer my questions right away. Anything that, I mean, it's only been a few months, but we're really, really happy and great dealing with you, very professional. And like I was telling friends, as a small business, I'm glad to give my business to another small business. You know, I have to pay this big bill every month, so I'd rather give it to a nice guy who's face to face, and you know, the office staff has been great.
Thank you. Years now, we have been very happy with Shane's work. Whenever there have been questions about the ins and outs of the malpractice policy, he's been there for us. He's helped us to get whatever discounts are available on the policy through the various programs that are offered. Things that I wouldn't on my own know about, he picks up on. He takes the impetus to bring that information to us and make it work for us as best he can to our advantage. We also deal with him for our personal health insurance needs, and we have found them to be extremely helpful. Can't say enough good things about these guys. They're always there when we call. They respond immediately. They always have the right answers, and they have them promptly. I would recommend them to anyone who is a professional and needs professional liability insurance, and I'd also recommend them to anyone who's in the market for family health insurance.
I guess customer service. You know, my husband is in a service in business, sales and service, of course, but he always says about you guys that they have one thing to provide to a client, a customer, and that's service. So if you can't, I mean, we've had the last few, especially the agency before you, really difficult to work with, and so it's been a pleasure, yes.
Good.
And I would definitely, I have recommended you to two of my friends that have businesses already.
And also, you know, not just my question to them, but he's also kind of made suggestions like, you know, what can we do to save money? You know, in medical school, they don't teach you business aspect of it, which is so, which is where we lack. And medical practice business is a big part of our, you know, learning process. So it really has helped us. What can we do that we can still, our practice is still safe and covered, at the same time save money, as far as different types of policies.
Well, you know, it's very difficult if it's not your business to actually know what a lot of these terms are and what's best for you given the structure of your company. So a person who knows your company intimately can give you the proper information so that you can make the right decisions. There's some things that we needed in our policy and there's others that we didn't. So he didn't do the add-on, keep adding on type of approach, which is not helpful and just costs us a lot of money. He was focused on what we really needed to provide us the best service. So you can speak volumes about how good that is for us and how important it is for a company to be steered in the proper direction, not be upsold, which is something nobody likes, and that you have a product that fits your needs. So that's important.
Another facet of
Being introduced to the
of Shane's help is in allowing us to save money on our workman's comp policy, which we did not know we would be able to get a better deal than we had been getting, but apparently we're going to get just as good a coverage for significantly less premium, which always helps, especially in these days of ever increasing insurance costs.